What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to CM Aviation. I hope each and every one of you all have a fantastic day today. And today we have the NG models January 2025 releases for you all. I hope all of you are excited for this. Really excited to dive into this. Greeting from the Azores right now, currently flying around just for fun here, wrapping up a huge trip before starting a brand new era here. So very excited to take a look at these releases today. They're going to be absolutely fantastic, and really fortunate this all worked out during this layover here. So with all that being said, we're not going to waste any further time. I heard that this release could possibly be good. So with that being said, just making sure we're all good to go there and working. Let's just go ahead and get into the release, everybody. Here we go for January 2025. Our first aircraft, sorry for no pictures by the way, they're not out yet, but we have this China Sungle International or Air China. This is going to be ACJ 318, and this is going to be Bravo 6188. These are always a little tough without the pictures, so I apologize, but regardless, definitely starting off pretty standard here. So it'll be interesting to see how this release progresses as we move forward. We have a West Air A319, and here we go for the announcement.
A bagagem deixada sem vigilância será removida.
Oh, that was it. That was,
security
I was going to say, not quite.
Left unattended will be removed.
Okay, so anyway, this is Bravo 6413, so a Chinese carrier that I haven't heard of before, so hopefully going to be big there for those collectors. So there we go, looking sharp. We have another one, which is 6420, presumably no special liveries, so we know the drill about the redundancy at this point, so that's kind of the name of the game there, so no shock. Delta A320, there we go, it's going to be November 368 November Whiskey, so yet another re-release from the previous one that came out, I want to say maybe, I can't remember if it was last fall or sometime this year. Maybe last year, sorry, like in September, October of 23, or 24, I'm sorry. But nevertheless, still great to get another Delta 320. It is what it is type deal. There's still plenty of better releases to do, but at least a little bit of progress, I suppose. So we'll see what's next on the list. Aer Lingus A320 new livery. That's huge. Really excited about that. Echo India Delta Echo Echo. That's a really great release. Really happy to see that. I don't believe they've done that yet. So it's exactly what we want to see in progression moving forward there with the EU plane. So really happy to see that. That's really great. We're also going to get the Irish Rugby team livery, and this is Echo India Delta Echo India, so hopefully a solid fancy special livery to give us some good diversity there. So definitely another really good aircraft to see right there. Very nice. A Capital Airlines A330-200, which is Bravo 8982, and this is the Beijing Universal Resort livery. Not very familiar with Capital, but it seems like probably a very good release right there. So hopefully some good variety and hopefully not another redo. So looking very sharp for that aircraft so far. Ethiopian A350 Star Alliance, fantastic. Echo Tango Alpha Yankee November. Very nice to see that. That aircraft is relatively new to their fleet. I don't believe they've done that yet, so very awesome to see that. And another aircraft that we definitely want to build off of here in this release. So very nice so far. This is pretty solid. Japan Airlines A350-900. I believe this is a re-release, but Juliet Alpha 13 X-Ray Juliet. So this one hasn't been done in a while, so kind of one of those deals. So there's the Japan 350. But at least it's been a few months, same as the other one. And we're gonna get another A350, which is 06 X-Ray Juliet, which should be very similar. So same deal as always. And here we have a special livery right here, or a special title at the very least. It's 08 X-Ray Juliet. So same story, pretty much. At least some difference. We have a Fantasy Delta A350-1000, no registration. This is a very interesting aircraft to do here. I hope that they end up doing, or sorry, Delta ends up getting the A350-1000. I think they will. So I think this aircraft does have some long-term value for that reason. Although who knows what the Fantasy livery looks like. So, you know, it is what it is to a degree there, but we'll just have to see the livery and see what it looks like. So yet another fantasy plane here for NG. We're going to also get a fantasy Korean A350-1000. It's a very similar story as Korean, I believe, just got their A350-900. So it'll be interesting to see what this fantasy 350-1000 looks like. So definitely an interesting way to start the year here, no doubt. We do have a new mold for NG, or some sort of altered mold. I was unaware that this was coming to the table, but it's an Airbus A350 freighter, and the registration of this aircraft is Foxtrot Whiskey X-Ray Lima Delta, presumably the Airbus house livery. So yeah, not bad, a little bit better than some of the other aircraft, not particularly fancy by any means, but trying to progress. So that's kind of the story on that. We have a Kaiser Air 737-800, and this is going to be November 778 Mike Alpha, and this is actually the Harris Waltz campaign aircraft, so very interesting to see that. I didn't know that was the name of the titles there for their aircraft, so very interesting. But now we have multiple manufacturers that have done those aircraft. China Southern 737-800. This is going to be Bravo 5598, and this has the official product for CS Air on it. So very nice to see that, in a very interesting partnership between the two local companies there in Asia. We're going to have another one here, and this is the Yongjing Holton Royal Reservation livery, which is a pretty interesting one, I'm sure. So hopefully not a redo, as always. This is the Boeing Company 747 SP. That's solid, November 747 SP. So not too much to the story on that one, but still cool that we're getting the house livery there. That's definitely better than redoing the same plane, so we'd love to see that. And then we just get another registration, but hopefully some good variety. And it'll be nice to follow up on this release when we have some actual pictures, but like I said, I'm pretty limited on time, so this is the best chance I had to make this video here. We do get a Pan Am 747 SP. It's been a long time since we've got one, so this is appropriate. November 529 Papa Alpha, and this is Clipper America. I believe the last ones were done in 2021, so very healthy amount of time since the last ones. This is what it should look like here for NG in my eyes. So glad to see them kind of getting some logic with this particular situation. We're getting Condor 757-200. This is Delta Alpha Bravo November Foxtrot with the Riz Bird livery. Not very familiar with which livery they're talking about here. I don't know if this is new or old, but regardless, it is a unique plane that they haven't done yet. So we'll absolutely take that aspect of it for sure. United 767-300ER November 673 Uniform Alpha in the Evo Blue livery. Absolutely getting that. I've been wanting United 763 for a very long time now. I've been really enjoying spotting them lately, and it's really great to see that this aircraft's getting done. This is a high demand model. Hasn't been done since 2020 by Gemini jets. Really great opportunity here for NG to knock this out. Whether it was intentional or not, they did get the job done. I'm very excited about that. Definitely working towards saving the release for US collectors right there. That's huge. So absolutely love to see that. Let's continue to build off it. We're going to get another Evo Blue 641. This one has a special painting after structural repair. That probably means a mismatched engine cone, mismatched engine cowling, which quite frankly, I know a bunch of people are a big fan of that, and it does have a substantial portion there. So that one's decent, I suppose. I think that you could have probably used it a little bit better, but it is what it is type mindset. So, but still, a bunch of people do note those features on aircraft when that does happen. So it could be worse, I suppose. At least it's at a difference relative to no difference at all, because they've done several of those. So good to see that aircraft getting done right there. We're going to get Air China Boeing 777-300ER. It's Bravo 2047. This has the 50 years livery on it. France diplomatic relations as well. I don't think this one's been done either, so that's really good if not. So hopefully we continue to see progression like that. So very good to get this Air China 333 on the board here. We have Ultimate Collection one, so the same song, second verse on that. And at least it's not every other plane where we're getting Ultimates, so that's nice to see. We get another Air China 777-300ER. It's the Love China livery. It's probably 2006. So many of these different special liveries, and I do want to say from this trip, and kind of one of the deals that I do does bring to my attention regarding all these Asia special liveries. So I honestly did not realize how many of them there were. So I could definitely see NG wanting to do so many. I'm really surprised they haven't done more like Air Asia ones, because every Air Asia A320 seems like it's a different livery. Anyway, more talk on that in future release reactions when we have more aircraft like that. But yeah, I can definitely get a little bit more of a grasp here as to what we're doing now that I've seen it in real life a little bit better. We do have Ultimate here, so we're getting to that every other one, but it is what it is. Cathay Pacific 777-300ER with the new titles. That's really good. Bravo Kilo Quebec Foxtrot. Big fan of that. That's fantastic. So we got to see progression off of that. So overall, really great release. And I definitely want to get an updated Cathay Pacific aircraft at some point. Whether it's this one or not, I'm not sure. I was recently looking at A350 in a model store. So I don't know when it's going to be, but we'll continue to move forward. Regardless of the case, looking very good. And we're going to get the One World on top of that, so very good to see that. Bravo Kilo Papa Delta. It's exactly what the aircraft should look like if you want to maximize the resources when you're making these aircraft. Do One World, do an Alliance livery, major special liveries. This is exactly what we want to see. So this last 10 planes or so has been much better. So let's see if we can continue to build off of what we started here. We are going to get an Air TT new 787-9. This is Foxtrot Oscar November Uniform India 25th anniversary sticker. So I know they've done the standard recently, so hopefully it's just a 25th. I could live with just a 25, but if we get a standard after this, then it's just one of those deals to roll your eyes at. We're going to get two ones. So we have the Topla, and then we have the Bora Boris. Very interesting. This is Alpha Alpha. So much better than another standard livery. So if we get a standard, it would be unfortunate, but hopefully it's just two of those. That's definitely livable. Is it the best release a choice? Probably not, but at least it's just that. We are getting a blank COMAC C919, so good to get another one of those, as they're very common throughout, so definitely want to maximize the potential on those. Here's the China Eastern COMAC, and this is going to be the world's first, so this is Bravo 919 Alpha, so not bad. I think that they've done this one before, but maybe not. Again, it's really tough without pictures, but regardless of the case, just one of those deals. We do have a red livery, hopefully, on this one. This is Bravo 657 Tango, so not bad. Definitely a different livery from what I remember, at least off the top of my head. And the China Eastern one is new, I believe. So yeah, definitely want to do another round on this release to see it all. And this one, I believe, is very similar. It's 658 Echo, so not exactly sure what our differences are there, but hopefully at least some. Eastern L1011 bare metal, that is fantastic. That has saved the release. 305 Echo Alpha, so that's a huge deal for retro collectors, a very popular offering in that sector. I don't think that we've had a good one done in a long time. I think Aero Classics maybe did one at some point, and Gemini Jet's way back possibly, but this is a huge release, and this is definitely going to turn some heads for some collectors, especially in that retro department. So this is a really good aircraft to pair up with that United 767. Definitely really great to continue to get a few aircraft here that US collectors really want, and it's about time they circle back around to just a normal retro aircraft like that. They got teased previously with the I think it was the ATA hybrid or whatever it was, but this is a really big release, and this will definitely get some attention and really help NG down the road. So really great that they finally wanted to start the year with a good aircraft like that. So hopefully they continue. Yes, a TWA American MD-83 hybrid 9615 Whiskey. Okay, so the retros are coming in strong. They try to really help NG get out of the gutter here over the last couple months. So yeah, this should be the TWA titles in the chrome fuselage, I think, probably. But yeah, that's really great. Absolutely, we'll be getting that one as well. So very excited about that. And yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what this aircraft looks like. So very eager to see how this comes out. But yeah, really great that they're finally circling back to that McDonnell double SIM D80 mold. You can't put that much money into it and not use it. So this is definitely a step in the right direction and really cool. So yeah, this is fantastic. Definitely want to build on that, but good hybrid here to kick it off, and eager to see what they're going to pair with all this. Okay, finally a non-US, non-American Airlines really aircraft for the MD-80. This is a CAAC MD-82. It's Bravo 2106, and it's the first MD-82 assembled in Shanghai, China, with the polished belly. Really awesome to see this. We don't have many non-US MD-80s out there. I know that JC Wings has done a handful over time, then obviously JetX way back when, but continuing to expand the lineup here with high quality molds is awesome, and just getting aircraft that haven't been done before is huge here. So NG really saving the best for last here in the back half of the release. This really needs to continue, so I'm a huge fan of this so far. Really want to see more of this, so let's see what's next. Yes, Scandinavian MD-87, fantastic. This release has officially been saved, the best one in the last year. I love the modern planes, but for the retro collectors, this is big time. So this is Sierra Echo Delta India Charlie, and this is Van Viking, or Van Viking. So really big, as we haven't had a really high quality MD-87 ever. Dragon Wings did have one, but it's one of those deals, and I really feel like this could begin a new era here for NG, specializing in some of these classic airliners that don't have good molds and really picking up where Dragon Wings left off many years ago. So that's huge. Really excited about that. That's big for European retro collectors, and I'm really happy to see several continents getting represented here today in this sector with the molds. So this is exactly what the potential of the MD-80 mold has been like. This is why you can't lose hope in a company like this, no matter what the situation is, because at any given time, turning the corner is possible, and we could go right back to duplicates on the next aircraft. But regardless of the case, these 4 in a row, excuse me, have really saved the release. This is really, really great to see. We do have a couple additional light aircraft, like the Fantasy 753 here, and this is Year of the Snake, which I don't even know what we're doing with that, but definitely interesting. Going to need to see pictures of that later on. We have an Air China 747-400 that's really good. This is the last flight aircraft too, so really maximizing those light opportunities, and definitely in 2025, one of my biggest goals is to get an NG Lite to see what it's like. Air China COMAC, this makes sense, very logical. They haven't done one yet as a light, so very happy to see that. It's really great. And then they do the China Eastern as well, so very good to get the different airlines, no silly duplicates. This is really good, so very happy with it. Now we could have a discussion about how many lights they choose to do, but I think 4 is the right number. So that's the NG models January 2025 releases. It is certainly progress. Now, what this will turn into down the road, that will be to see here in the next 3 months to see really where it goes, especially after Chinese New Year. There's definitely a bunch to like here. I don't think that you can argue with it being better than some of the previous releases. The Aer Lingus A320 is a very popular aircraft that's needed a good mold to get done. That's huge. The Ethiopian E350 is another popular offering. We do have a couple of duplicates where there's a little too much, particularly the Japan A350s, and then there was some plane down here I think that was done a couple too many times. The Air Newies are what they are, and then the Cathay. So really, to take away the biggest planes from this release, there's several good ones. There's about 12 that are really solid here. The West Airs, I'm just going to give you all the planes that haven't been done that really will make a difference for somebody in the community. So that first one, ACJ's 318 is good. Both the West Air is fantastic. Aer Lingus is very good, both of those. The Capital's good, Ethiopian. You can say what you want about the fantasies. The A350 freighter is really cool, and then the campaign plane is what it is. Take it as you want. I had no opinion from me on that. And then as for the China Southern aircraft, I think those are good. I don't think they've been done, so that's big, and there is an official partnership there. The Boeing Company 747 SPs haven't been done yet, so that's really big, and great re-release on the Pan Am. That's very good, just one aircraft, really solid. Very happy to see that. The Condor is good. The United 767 is fantastic for U.S. collectors. Likewise for the Air China 333. The Cathay Pacific, fantastic release, super good. So-so on the Air TD, but the rest has been really good, and then we really got on a roll here at the end. The China Eastern 8-seat COMACs, I need to see some pictures to verify that, but they're okay. And then the Eastern TWA, and then the CAAC and Scandinavian, just absolutely fantastic. That's what every release should look like at the end. Really great, and that really helped. And the fantasy, perfect choices. That's fantastic. Obviously very catered towards Asia, but that's what NG is, and they did a really good job with that. Overall, this is the best NG release that we've had in months. This is fantastic. This is exactly what the year should have started off like. We do still have a couple of redundancies, obviously, but that's to be expected with a company like this and that mindset of how they do planes. The fact that we've had this much progress, there was about 12 planes here at least that were fantastic, probably 15. So by far this is the best release that we've seen in a while, and I'm in the process actually of typing up a script, and I'm still deciding what I want to call the video, but I've been thinking of calling the video the beginning of the downfall of NG, which I don't want to do that. I really have faith in NG to improve, and this is why, because releases like this are possible. Will this continue? That will have to be seen, and obviously we had a really rough go at it at the end of 2024. So I really hope to see this continue. This is definitely where the direction we need to go in for NG, and it's definitely possible that we will continue to see great progression from them as we move forward. So I'm really hopeful this continues. It's certainly a very exciting thought that this is what we're moving towards if this remains permanent. So I definitely think that there's potential here. Again, it's going to be interesting to see what happens after this, but particularly the United 767, the Asia aircraft that are really good, the Aer Lingus, West Air, Boeing Company, and then obviously those 4 retros, Cathay Pacific, all those really changed the game here for NG. This is a big time release. I'm really excited to see what's next, but there's no doubt that this definitely has established a new era possibly for NG. I would really like to see them build off this, but this is definitely the beginning. Eager to see what happens next. It's going to be interesting for sure, but I'm really, really hopeful that this will definitely put NG in the driver's seat for 2025. They're a fantastic company. The hard product is amazing. Can they continue this? We shall see. We'll take it one step at a time. Really excited to see what happens. I hope each and every one of you are as well. But with that being said, everybody, I really hope all of you enjoyed today's video. That will do it. Thank you all so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Just process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is CM Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. CM Aviation is signing off. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. It's the next day here at Madeira this time, so we do have the full list here, so I thought I would go through this here and give some additional complimentary thoughts. Very similar to what I said just now in this video, but again, the Eastern L1011 is really good. All the COMACs are a little bit different, so that's nice. So here's just a brief look at kind of what those look like here real quick. So those are really good. The West Air livery is a little entertaining. I'm so sorry about the PA. It just goes and goes, but the West Air is pretty good, so not bad there. Same deal in the Delta A320 we talked about previously. Oops, sorry. Here's the Air Lingus A320, really good release. It does have the wardrobe, which is kind of interesting. The special is also fantastic for soccer, so really awesome to see that. Ethiopian, really good release like we talked about. These are all the same. I don't know what the deal is on that. We've talked, well, this one's a good special, but these two are the same. Fantasy Delta 350 is pretty interesting. The Korean, once again, same deal as what I talked about in the video. This is really cool. Very happy to see that new mold. Very happy about that. The Kaiser is that Harris Waltz we talked about previously. That's 747 SP prototype, which I believe is the same. Yes, so one of those deals, not bad. Good to get the Pan Am re-release like I talked about. The Condor is a pretty good livery. Here's the special on it, very unique, so very cool to see that. United is as good as ever. However, the this one is not wardrobe. It's actually this piece, which is very interesting, but really awesome to see this. That's really big, so very excited to continue to see that maximized its full potential. The Air Chinas are really good, very good variety, so very happy to see that. Overall, super strong. The Air TD Nui also with some slightly different titles, so not bad. You got the China Eastern COMAC, which this one's pretty cool, so great to see that. And then the MD-80s are fantastic. There's TWA Hybrid as I expected. Here's the CAAC, which is fantastic. We'll love to see it. And you also got the curved piece. That's awesome. Scandinavian MB-87, really awesome. Very happy to see that. There was a China Unite 737 special. It looks slightly different from the last ones. You got another Qantas 737. I might actually end up getting that one. We'll see. Oh, these are the 1-200s, actually. So two Qantas 737s, one with splits, one without. Good. Got a Q-Air A738, kind of cool, or Point Air, whatever that is. So that definitely looks strong. I don't know how long the PA is going to go, everybody. I'm sorry. I got the revised Qantas 738, solid. Air China 737s with and without winglets, very nice. Yeah, you got the Air Force, Royal Australian Air Force Maxes. Those are really good. You got the X-Men Air. So all really good 1-200 releases. Definitely helps the release big time. COMACs are good. So very nice to see that. Air China 747 is really cool. So awesome to see that. And here's the 753. It's pretty cool. So overall, really good release. It was fantastic, good variety, and definitely a step in the right direction. How long this will continue, we'll see, but don't want to make this video too much longer. Just wanted to give the thoughts here and get into details. That being said, I hope all of you enjoyed this. Thank you all so much for checking it out. See you all soon. Take care, everybody, and I'll catch you all in the next one.